Mikayla Nogueira just announced her newest product, and it hasn't even launched yet, but there's already drama. From comparisons to Rhode Beauty, to fans calling out her shipping delays, to questions about whether her brand even knows what it's doing. Things are not looking great, so grab a drink because we need to talk about Mikayla's latest brand mess. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a comment if you love this kind of content. All right, let's dive in.
Well, I think something a lot of people don't realize about influencer brands specifically is that we are the brands held to the absolute highest of standard. We are held to higher standards than the most prestige brands like La Mer, Augustinius Bader, Sicily. We're held to higher standards than that. We're held to higher standards than traditional founder brands where it's just founded by, say, a makeup artist or a hairstylist. We're held to standards because when you build a parasocial relationship with your community, they see you as a friend. And the most important thing in friendship is trust and honesty. They are putting their full trust in you for this launch, specifically when it comes to your ingredients, your marketing, your community building. Everything you do is under a very, very fine microscope.
This week, Mikayla announced her newest launch, the AMP kits. Basically, they're lip kits that come with a colored lip treatment and a matching lip liner. Sounds cute, right? Well, not everyone agrees. She described them as being over a year in the making and said she's been dying to release them. But as soon as the promo hit TikTok, people were already calling it a Rhode dupe. If you remember, Hailey Bieber's brand Rhode started with those lip peptide treatments, then slowly moved into tinted products. Exactly the path Mikayla's now taking. Even the lip liners have a Rhode vibe. Mikayla named them Contour It, which she says is her extreme wear lip liner. But people immediately pointed out that even the concept lip contouring mirrors Rhode's peptide contour lip liners.
Finally introduce you to my limited edition Amp It kits. A lip kit you've been craving. Amp It you know and love now comes in 6 beautiful and delicious shades. Not only that, I get to introduce you to my new baby, Contour It. This is my extreme wear lip liner. Look at these shades. Each Amp kit comes with the perfect lip liner and Amp It pairing.
One of the biggest complaints isn't even about the formula, it's the name. Fans were confused about why the liners are called Contour It instead of Line It, since the rest of her brand follows that single-syllable it theme. Her comment section was filled with people saying, "Contour makes no sense. It's lip liner. Line. It would have fit perfectly. Why did you stray from the theme?" And Mikayla actually responded to one of those comments with, "You'll see." So people are assuming maybe there's another product coming called Line It, maybe an eyeliner. But still, the decision didn't make sense in the moment, and it added to the feeling that the branding wasn't fully thought out.
Is this not the most stunning red you've ever seen? Early Temple, Ultra Shine, Ultra Pigment, Ultra Wear. The best red I've ever put on my lips.
This isn't the first time we've seen influencers launch nearly identical products around the same time. Tana Mongeau even mentioned in a podcast that she almost delayed her Tarte lip launch because another influencer, who we now know was probably Mikayla, was teasing a similar lip kit. But now that we've seen Mikayla's product, most people agree that Tana didn't have anything to worry about. The AMP kits look super glossy and very sticky, and honestly, they're just her old AMP It lip treatments, but tinted this time. The shades are cute, but there's nothing revolutionary here.
Think thick, glistening grenadine and juicy cherries bursting with sweetness. Just think a dreamy angel cake with drizzles of strawberry syrup and whipped icing. Think gooey marshmallow fresh from the fire with perfectly chad edges that melt in your mouth. Think lush, juicy cider served over sparkling ice. Think dark, hot chocolate, velvety, thick, decadent, an extra creamy latte with a swirl of cinnamon, Shirley Temple paired with extra grenadine, strawberry shortcake and angel cake, toasted marshmallow and chad cider, plum cider and violet brew, rich cocoa and 90% dark, vanilla latte and dash of cinnamon.
Now, let's talk about the marketing, because Mikayla went all in on the food descriptions. She described the shades with lines like, think dreamy angel cake with strawberry syrup, toasted marshmallow fresh from the fire, rich cocoa with a swirl of cinnamon. And while it's kind of fun, a lot of people thought it sounded more like Summer Friday's holiday lip launches than her own brand. It's giving inspired by, if you know what I mean. People also pointed out that she's calling all of these limited edition, which, let's be honest, is a classic influencer marketing trick. Once they sell out, she'll probably bring the same shades back under new names and say they're back by popular demand. We've seen this move so many times. Her fans aren't happy about it either. The comments under her announcement are filled with frustration. Why limited edition? I can't buy right now and feel pressured. If it's good and sells well, why not make it permanent? And Mikayla replied to a few of them saying the limited status is because it's for the holidays. But people aren't buying that excuse. Calling it limited just creates false urgency, and her audience is noticing that these tactics are starting to feel manipulative rather than exciting. But here's where it gets worse. While Mikayla is busy promoting her new launch, some customers still haven't received their last orders. There are people waiting on packages from as far back as August. One customer wrote, "My POV order from the Golden Ticket giveaway live is lost, and customer service hasn't sent a new one. I'm getting really upset." Another said, "My order is delayed a week, no updates, and this happened the first time I ordered months ago. Why is there another launch happening when I still don't have my last order?" And this isn't a one-time issue. Since POV Beauty launched, people have been complaining about slow shipping, no tracking updates, and completely unresponsive customer service. Now, that might be understandable for a small business, but Mikayla's brand has major investors and a full team behind it. After a year, there's really no excuse for these same problems to still be happening. And that's the real issue here: trust. Influencer brands live or die by how much the audience trusts the creator. When customers pay for something and don't get it, or when an influencer keeps overhyping and under-delivering, that trust disappears. It's especially ironic because Mikayla herself has talked about how influencer brands are held to higher standards, since fans see the creator as a friend. She's said that honesty and transparency are everything. But if that's true, why do her customers feel ignored and misled? As if the brand issues weren't enough, Mikayla also got dragged this week for attending a Rare Beauty event. Selena Gomez's brand posted her on their social media, and the backlash was immediate. Top comments included, "It's unbelievable how people keep defending Mikayla after Lashgate. Someone who's lied so many times shouldn't be rewarded with brand deals." If you forgot, Lashgate was when Mikayla promoted L'Oreal's telescopic mascara, and people accused her of wearing false lashes in the ad. She never properly addressed it, and while people moved on, it clearly left a stain on her reputation. Now that she's showing up at big brand events again, people feel like she's being rewarded for behavior that never got properly resolved. Then there's the accent discourse. Again, at the Rare Beauty event, fans noticed Mikayla's signature Boston accent was basically gone. Clips of her speaking clearly and calmly went viral, with comments saying, "No accent all of a sudden? She turns it on and off when she wants." Others defended her, saying she's probably just code switching, toning it down in professional settings so people can understand her better. And that's fair. A lot of people do that naturally. But the reason this keeps coming up is because the accent has become part of her persona. It's one of the things that made her go viral in the first place. So when it disappears, people feel like they're seeing two different versions of her, one for the camera and one for brands. At the end of the day, all these things, the product drama, the naming confusion, the shipping delays, the fake scarcity, the accent discourse, all point to one bigger problem: authenticity. Mikayla's career took off because she felt real. She was relatable, honest, and easy to root for. But as her platform grew, her content started feeling more polished, more like ads than personality. And every time there's another controversy or marketing blunder, it chips away at that relatability she built her brand on. Her fans used to trust her. Now, many of them feel like she's just another influencer chasing the next sponsorship. This whole situation is a reminder that influencer brands aren't the same as traditional ones. When your face is tied to the brand, every mistake feels personal. You can't separate the brand from the creator. That's why things like late orders, false marketing, or ignoring criticism hit harder, because people don't see it as a company problem. They see it as you lying to them. Now, can Mikayla bounce back from this? Honestly, probably. She's still one of the biggest names in beauty. Her videos get millions of views, her fan base is loyal, and the products do sell out. But the question is, for how long? You can only rely on hype for so long before people start noticing that the excitement doesn't match the experience. If she wants to rebuild trust, she needs to address her shipping problems, be more transparent, and stop overhyping products that feel recycled. At this point, the influencer beauty industry is saturated. Every creator is launching a brand, and audiences are tired of it. People want authenticity again, not another lip kit, not another limited edition product. The reason Rhode or Rare Beauty still succeed is because they've built consistent credibility. That's what Mikayla's missing right now. Consistency. So, is Mikayla's brand doomed? Not necessarily, but if she doesn't start fixing these problems, from the customer service issues to the trust gap, it could get messy fast. People can forgive a lot, but they don't forget being lied to or ignored. And for someone whose entire brand started on being real, that's a dangerous line to cross. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you feel like Mikayla's brand is falling apart, or do you think people are being too harsh? Drop your thoughts below, keep it respectful, and if you love a deep dive into celebrity drama, hit that like, tap subscribe, and don't forget to watch the next video, because what comes after this might just change how you see the entire entertainment world.